All right, so in terms of policy, what really has changed or what needs to change in order to attain Atmanirbharta or self-reliance? Professor Ramesh Chand is now with us of the Niti Aayog. Thank you very much, Professor. My first question to you is, you must have seen and heard and perhaps even contributed towards planning of this particular package. Professor Ramesh Chand, I want to know from you, 80% plus of the announcement has been made. What do you make of this economic relief?
I consider today's announcement as historical as far as India's farmers are concerned and as far as Indian agriculture is concerned. Why I consider it historical is that you look at the amount of investment that has been announced for agriculture and allied activities. You look at the policy changes. This country has been waiting for decades. Since 1991, all experts in one voice has been suggesting to different government, please undertake market reform. Please change your Essential Commodity Act. Today we are not in shortages era. Today we are in the era of surpluses, but nothing happened. The experts have been talking to give opportunity to farmer to have partnership with private business, but it has not happened. So I feel that the three reforms which have been announced today, they are the path breaking.
Okay.
The power of these reforms is much bigger than what is the power of even say 70,000 crore given as a subsidy for fertilizer, seed and others. This announcement that there will be a new trading act which will give freedom to farmer whether he want to sell his produce in APMC mandi or he want to sell it as a farm gate or he want to deliver it at some processing factory or in some silos or in some warehouse to an aggregator. Today, by the announcement of having this central law, FM has made it very clear that we are coming with a law. In fact, we have already done a lot of work on it. Draft is ready. Our farmer got the real freedom in terms of doing his business. So this freedom was not with him. This freedom is very important. It was this.
Professor Ramesh Chand, I want to understand from you. See, the thing is that I spoke to a lot of other experts also, and the moment they heard one nation, one market, they said that these are old announcements. This is an announcement as old as perhaps as a one nation, one ration card, right? So what really is the big change as of this moment? Do you think that post the announcement there will be more empowering that will be done of the systems to facilitate one nation, one market?
Earlier, one nation, one market, you have rightly said, was announced as a goal that this is something which we want to achieve. But today, Finance Minister has announced that we are coming with a mechanism to achieve one nation, one market. Like I can share with you some of the contours of what is being drafted under Central Trading Act.
That will be great.
A farmer in Madhya Pradesh can buy produce from a farmer in state of Punjab and vice versa. Right now, under APMC Act, this kind of freedom is not there. Unless you are a license holder in APMC mandi, you cannot buy produce from the farmer. And a farmer is under legal obligation that he can't sell his produce outside this market yard or sub yard of APMC mandi except in special cases where the permission is given. So this new law, Central Trading Act, you will just find that it will open entire country to the farmer and it will open entire landscape of agriculture to anybody who want to do trade in agriculture.
Professor Ramesh Chand, one little concern I had and I wanted to understand, see, as part of our constitution, in the state list and the central list and the concurrent list, agriculture is a state subject. Right. So how do you build consensus among the different states so as to not violate a federal structure and open up the market for the farmers across the country?
All aspects of agriculture are not state subject. There are many aspects which comes under concurrent list. I have a book with me. We have studied it in detail. You see, there are many aspects of it. As far as physical market is concerned, market and fair come in the state list, entry 28. But then there is a entry 26 and there is a entry 33. Entry 26 says that state can regulate trade in foodstuff and other agri commodity subject to entry 33. So entry 33 is in the concurrent list which deals with trade in foodstuff, trade in raw material and all those kind of things. So if you look at entry 33, the agriculture trade is in the concurrent list, and if state is trying to regulate agriculture trade, that is driven from entry 33, the state has power under entry 26. So we have studied all these things. We have discussed with the legal experts also. In fact, there are papers in the literature. There are judgments of Supreme Court on this. We should not confuse between market and trade. Market comes, as far as I have read, in the exclusive right of state list. But as far as trading is concerned, it comes under concurrent list.
Fair enough. Professor Ramesh Chand, my final question to you. How soon can one expect the farmers to benefit from this effort? For instance, you know, the gestation period of a reform to actually reach its ultimate beneficiaries. Can you share with us some sort of a timeline?
As far as I am concerned, as a member Agriculture, I am trying my level hard to come with the ordinance and later to take it to Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha for passing it as an act. So we have done lot of work in this area. I can share with you that we are in advanced stage. So our Prime Minister is very keen that farmer income get doubled in that time period which he has announced, and the framework which we prepared in the Niti Aayog in 3 years back, we made it very, very clear. Unless we come with agriculture reforms, we cannot achieve this goal of doubling farmer income. For that, it is must that we have to enable farmer to get much better prices for his produce than what he is currently getting. Sure. So I can just share with you that this one can expect concrete action on this very soon.
All right, Professor Ramesh Chand, congratulations on this. You have explained in great detail what one nation, one market means. I'm sure all of us will be able to understand, and let's hope that this is controversy free. Because on the part of planning, you seem to suggest that a lot of thought has gone into it. Thank you so much, Professor Ramesh Chand, for speaking to NDTV.